can rub elbows with all of our muckety-mucks here
camaraderie.
at I Heart Cleveland.
Ask him those questions you wanted to ask him, Mary.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm already on thin ice with one of them.
Oh, you are?
After the great Red Bull debate that you made me
You're
have.
not on thin ice. What, with Keith Hotchkiss?
Yeah.
No, that's...
I don't think he likes me anymore, dude.
Come on.
Now I'm going to go up and be like, why is this company making millions of dollars
know
and
all
I
that-
only get paid $400 a week?
You know all the nonsense will be here full time. They'll figure it out.
That's got nothing
No,
to do
they
with
won't.
Yes, it does.
They
I
won't.
cannot get a raise because of you two.
Because of who to?
You and Bill.
Well, yeah, go get your
I've
own
had
show
this-
and they'll
but
give you a
that's what I'm
raise.
saying. I've had this conversation. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the amount that I'm here.
Of course it does.
No, it does not. The
No, because
position...
Bill's a full-time guy.
The
You're not a
position-
full-time
No,
person.
but I
My
was in her position before.
is
where
maxed out.
Yeah.
They have told me you can make no more money.
Oh,
you are
well.
making the max amount of money that we can pay you.
Yeah.
And Erica had this position that I'm in, so I got bumped up when she left.
So don't tell me,
Yeah.
oh, just be here. That's got
No, but
nothing
this
to
is
do with
not.
it.
But this is not.
And I was here that whole time.
Right, but
I
this is
wasn't
not
on the
like a.
road.
But this business is not like a seniority type situation, right?
Well,
People
it
in
is,
this.
though.
No, people in this business who want to make more money go to another radio station.
We want to be on this show.
Understood, and who could blame you? But But that's
Lot of
not how
people.
the whole thing works, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Anytime I've ever wanted to make more money, I had to pack my crap and move to another city.
I understand that.
That's not what you're doing, though.
I don't.
No one expects you to do that.
Right. I didn't come into this from a broadcasting background.
Correct.
So I'm not going to pack my crap and move to
You're
Kalamazoo
not
like
you're
you
not
did.
aspiring to a career in radio.
Right.
Understood.
So
Fully.
what I'm saying is in the position that I'm in with my situation, they have straight up told me, that's it. You
Yeah, you
cannot
maxed
make any
out.
more money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the
Unless you get
problem?
endorsements
You
and
told
stuff,
me
yeah.
like it was my fault. Like, oh, well,
No,
then
no, I
be here
didn't.
more.
No,
yeah, you
I
did.
didn't.
Yes, you did.
But
5 seconds ago, you just said
I didn't
then
say
be
it.
here full time.
I didn't say it's your fault, but the fact remains that you're not a full-time person.
But even if I were, it doesn't matter.
Well,
Because I was in that role before,
My,
and
do you
I
know
was
what
here.
full, I
yeah.
can only work 29 hours a week. That is it. I am
Right.
not allowed to work more than 29 hours a week.
right.
So
'Cause
maybe
I got
I
it-
will bring
I
it
got
up at the
into it.
muckety mucks.
I
You
got
should.
into it with one of the old muckety mucks about this.
And what they say, sorry about your luck.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what it is, man. That's why Poundcake's working 2 jobs.
I mean, I technically work 2 jobs too. That's what I do. I do stand up on the weekends and I do this during the week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I wasn't making money from stand up, I would be looking for another job.
Yeah.
But I do all right doing that, so it makes it very worth it. Because it's like, even though I'm full time, it's not the base pay is not great.
Yeah.
It's all the other stuff like the endorsements and then all the stand up that I do. That
You think that this
helps.
is the energy they want at the baseball game?
Yeah, absolutely.
They want me coming in,
Yeah, why not? Why,
screaming and yelling at everybody?
Well, not screaming and yelling,
Oh,
but yeah.
thanks for the meeting, guys. Here we go. Let's talk about some real crap.
Yeah. Everybody wants to make more money. That's not a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's not an uncommon concern. My point is just that Keith Hotchkiss is not holding a grudge over the Red Bull.
He might be.
No.
call them.
This guy's got so many things on his plate. That's the last thing he's concerning
I
himself
think about
with.
it all the time.
Nah.
Every time I bring something in here, I think about that
You
situation.
do not.
Alan, I'm not joking. You've
Why
met
would
me.
you do that?
Because
Part
I
of her
bring it in.
identity.
It's part of my identity is to make up fights in my head and be prepared for them when they happen. I'll bring something in and I'll be
How
like,
often has the fight ever happened and gone the way you?
almost never.
Yeah.
Actually, probably never.
What do you mean bring in? Like a lunch?
Or a drink or anything.
But I always see you eating like during the show in the kitchen.
Yeah, but I'm saying like if I were to bring in a beverage, put it in the kitchen when I get here at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
and then go to get it at 3:30 and it's gone, I'm going to be furious.
You've
Because it's
worked-
happened before.
But you've worked in an office before, yes?
No, I have not.
Well, then you put your name on a Post-it note
I
and
don't
you
think
put it on.
matters.
Yes, it does.
I don't know about that.
You think if your name was on something, somebody else would take it and eat it.
Then we got to
Yeah.
make a stop and get Post-it notes because we don't got any of those around here either.
I've got Post-it notes if you want to put your name on the orange juice.
There's so much.
It's just like living with other people, right? You put your name on your crap. It's same thing here. Because, yeah, a radio station, it's animals.
Okay, but
any
I go back
food
to
that's
the
around.
point of if you didn't buy it, why would you eat it? If you saw a random beverage in the fridge and you're like, I know for a fact I didn't bring that Red Bull in, why would you drink it?
Because people are animals. Because they go, there's no name on it.
But
Maybe,
you didn't bring it.
maybe somebody forgot it. I've had stuff in there people have eaten, but that's my fault because I didn't put my name on it. That's my fault. I've got Post-it notes if you want them.
No.
All right.
I'd
Anybody?
rather practice my fights in my head.
Do you win your fights
Every
in your
time.
head? Okay.
In the
I've
head,
never
you
lost.
mean.
I've never lost a fight in my head.
Yeah.
Duh.
I don't know.
How low would my self-esteem be if even in my practiced fights I'm losing?
So you just make a fight in your head?
I don't make a fight in my head. I prepare.
You prepare for a fight?
So if I bring in a Red Bull,
So you
or this,
come
if
in-
I bring in a Red Bull on a Thursday and then I have a gig on a Friday, right? So if I'm out and I'm coming back to work that Monday, I know I have an early flight. I have prepared and kept my beverages so that I have enough energy to make it through the show. On my way to work, I would be like, if that Red Bull's gone and I see someone drinking it, I'm going to lose my mind.
Why not purchase one that you can have in here?
No, I get
the
being
top of the
upset
show.
if it's gone.
No,
but
I
it's
absolutely
the-
do too. I'm just
it's
trying
the
to
like the worst case scenario. Okay, if this happens, then I got to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
Thing. Like
Be proactive, not reactive.
Right, but what I'm saying is
so reactive.
being, but you're being completely reactive.
No, I'm not. I'm being proactive because I'm not I am already prepared.
No, but
I
you're
know what I'm going to say.
to react.
right. You know how you plan to react.
Sure.
Why not
It's
just?
not in the moment.
But why not like bring like a little cooler bag in here with you?
Okay, if I have a
Remove
6 a.m. flight,
Remove the other person from the equation.
if I land in Cleveland at 1:15, I can't bring a cooler bag with me. I have to come straight to work.
Understood.
Which is why I prepared by having a Red Bull in the fridge on Thursday when I left.
But here's my question. Just so this has happened one time.
Twice. We caught him
Twice.
once.
Oh. When he was in here, you accused him of doing that twice.
No, I did not. Because I
But
can't
you
accuse.
believe that he did.
Well, if you got caught Red Bull handed, then yeah.
Oh,
I
you
have
suck.
reason to believe.
Red Bull handed.
Just say, oh, you suck.
Yes.
If I caught you in the act one time, I have reason to believe that you were the culprit of the last time.
But you've noticed that he has like cases of water in his office now. And that is probably to dissuade anyone from thinking that he's drinking their beverages.
But it's not Red Bull.
It's not an energy drink.
Well, I don't know what's in those. I just see cases up against the wall there in his.
LaCroix. Or
It's
Is that what it
it's
is?
bubbly water, yeah.
Polar.
Pierre LaCroix?
Polar water.
Polar water. Yeah, like
Ah.
it's this stuff.
What is that?
Polar
like bubbly
seltzer,
or
yeah.
polar
I think
seltzer.
they sponsored
okay.
an event and we got a bunch of it.
Probably, yeah. It's too bubbly for me.
But that's
I care
my
for all
point.
that bubbly
You
water.
let it sit for a while.
Let it get
Ew.
flat.
Gross. Nice and room temperature and flat.
Yeah, that's what it is right now for me.
Yeah.
What's the flavor? What flavor?
I got original.
So it's unflavored
No,
bubbly
there's
water?
I had one in the break that was orange vanilla that was really good. Tastes like creamsicle.
I don't mind original. I just like the bubbles.
Yeah.
So
And
you're
then when they
drinking
go-
unflavored
He's drinking
carbonated
soda water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
drink that. I like it. It's good.
Okay.
But take away all the like things you can do so this doesn't happen. It's the planning of the fight in the head.
Because it's happened before.
Right, but
I don't plan fights for things that haven't happened before. It's if
But-
this person does this again, here's what I'm going to say.
But there are so many variables in an argument between two people. How can you adequately plan?
You just hope it goes the way you have it in your head.
Right, but it probably
If you fail
odds
to
are
plan,
It's
you
never
plan.
happened. I've never had to
odds
have
are
this
it won't.
fight.
So you are like, well, one of these days it's going to go exactly the way I think, and I want to be
And
prepared
I'm going
for
to kill
that.
it. They're
I'm
going to
gonna
be
kill it.
speechless.
Right.
They're going to quit because I was so good.
Mm.
But it's not. Let me
But-
go
but-
ahead
but-
and
but
say
again,
that's
you'll-
not just for work.
You'll recall that Hotchkiss said that he bought a Red Bull and thought it was his.
No, he didn't. He
That's
did
what
not
he
say.
said.
No, he did not. He said, I didn't know if I bought it, so I drank it. And then he goes, hey, I'm a problem solver. I'll buy more. And I'm like, I'm not going to applaud you for solving a problem that you caused.
But he could have done nothing. He could have said, oh,
Sure.
well. So it was a bit of a détente he was trying to reach by putting some in there.
Anyway, my point is, I'm going to this baseball game. And I've got petitions. I've got ideas. I've got questions, Alan.
Petitions.
Don't worry about my petitions.
That's how recreational weed got on the ballot in the fall.
Me.
She got the required signatures. Oh, boy. Okay. Now, who will you talk to at the baseball game on Thursday afternoon?
Who should I talk to?
No, I'm asking you. You've already planned this in your head.
Well, no, you suggested that I bring up, or Bill suggested that I bring up my
Bill suggested.
my problems.
Yeah.
Not even problems. My qualms?
Sure. I mean, yes. That's a great word.
Pete suggested that we get a mini fridge and put it in our studio, but this isn't our studio.
Mm-hmm.
We can't. We have
And
to
there is a
take
mini
everything
fridge.
out.
And there's a mini fridge in the green room.
I have hidden...
Nothing's safe.
And boy, if you think people were drinking stuff from before, wait till you...
Because that one's for like guests and stuff.
Well, yeah, but you know what I did? Because I'm so stupid. When you got me that case of Mountain Dew for Christmas or whatever,
Uh-huh.
I put it in the fridge in the green room.
You're dummy.
Yeah.
I'm a dummy. Because I'm like, nobody's going to look in there because there's never anybody in there. I mean, there'll be a random person on a phone call like hiding out to just be in a separate room or whatever. And it wasn't like it got cleaned out. But clearly, a couple of people had gone in there and were like, hey, Mountain Dew, woo! But that's my fault. That was my fault. I didn't put my name on it.
And again, you didn't plan
Nobody's
a fight
touching
in
the
your
bottled
head.
water. What's that?
You didn't plan a fight in your head.
I've done this at every job I've had.
No.
Where I'll go into work,
You
And
do
I
this with your
know-
boyfriend.
and I know I'm scheduled with someone I don't like behind the bar bartending, and I'm like, if so-and-so pulls the same crap they pulled last week, here's exactly what I'm going to say to them.
You do plan fights with your boyfriend.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You've talked about how
Hypothetical
like,
situations
you'll, like,
is what you
create
guys
a
will argue
hypothetical
over.
situation.
No, we
you know,
don't
like-
create it specifically to fight. We'll be like, oh, what would we do if we won the lottery, and
Right.
then we will
You'll
fight
argue about
that.
a hypothetical
Yeah,
situation.
I'm not planning those fights.
Has it ever...
But you like to pick a fight.
But I have to think that you continue to do that because one time it worked out. And given the
I don't think that it ever has.
So given the gambler's mentality, which you said all you need is one time to make it all worth it.
Yeah.
It hasn't even gone that way once.
Well, it's almost never. Well, it has never been a fight. I've never had to use my utility belt.
Your preparation has always been in vain.
Yes.
And
So
what
you
I'm
don't
saying-
so you don't ever edge it to make sure that it comes back around so that you
No,
can
because
use
it's a situation I would rather not happen. But I would like to be prepared
But you
for
still
it
put a
if
lot
it
of energy
does.
into it in your brain.
I mean, I'm driving to work. So for 20 minutes, I'm thinking about it.
which you could be thinking about something else.
Like what?
writing jokes.
Nobody's
or-
writing jokes on a 20-minute commute to work.
Really?
Really.
Interesting.
I
I mean,
write
the
700
creative.
jokes
You've
every
never written a
time.
joke.
There's
I
no
drive
there's
the
no
car.
off position on the genius switch, Mary. Surely you know this.
Uh-huh.
But something,
You're always thinking of things and going, "Oh, could I do something with that?"
maybe something that puts you in a calmer state versus a fight or flight state.
I'm not in a fight or flight state.
You're
You guys are
talking
making it
about a
seem like
fight.
I walk in here and I'm like, I swear to God! Like, that's not what it is.
No, we're not making it anything other
I'm
than
trying
what
to
you tell us,
understand it.
which is predetermining the way a potential fight is going to go.
I cannot be alone in this.
Like, I
I'm
know
not saying you are.
Poundcake-
There's a lot of people out there, but
I know Poundcake thinks of ways like he hurts his own feelings in his head because he creates scenarios in his head. And I'm just, you're not hurting your own feelings, but you are just preparing for what you got to say if you got to say it. Which
Right. I don't think there's
kinda get.
anything wrong with that.
But
Like, there was this one girl that I
it
worked
just-
with when I worked at a bar who would always get on my ass about rolling silverware. Always. And she would always do it at the same time of the shift. And it was always before I was able to get to it. So she would be like, oh, you're not going to roll your silverware. Or she would say something like that.
this is side work you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
at a restaurant. And
Yep.
so in my head, I would plan fights with her where I swear to God, if she says something to me today about the silverware, I'm going to say blah, 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 blah.
And you never said that.
Well, it never happened.
Wait,
that would
it-
be the day she decided not to say something about the silverware.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It happens so frequently that you go, I'm going to prepare, and then it just stopped?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
Maybe I have a willpower or something. Like my preparation in my head can change the
manifest
vibes
more
and
pain.
currencies.
Maybe you had resting bitch face
Stop
that day.
focusing on the stupid Red Bulls and focus on money.
Okay, I'll put the vibes out there.
Alan, I am with Mary 100%. You shouldn't have to put your name on food and drinks in a workplace of adults. That would be a huge... Yeah, no, there's a lot of things you shouldn't have to do in a workplace of adults, but do you want your stuff eaten or not? I mean, it just seems very unlikely that if you're... Yes, it's juvenile, but I'm just saying, if there's a problem, there are solutions. And
But it doesn't need to be a problem. That's the whole point of me and this texter. The problem does not have to exist.
Correct.
Yeah,
But
it
if
does.
it does, you need a solution. There's a lot of things that shouldn't be, but they are, and you can't wish them out of existence. You go, okay, here is a problem. What is my solution? I'm going to put my name on this. And
I started hiding my drinks in bags.
That's a solution.
Yeah.
And it sucks to have to do that, but that is a solution. You're not going to get any stolen after that.
Right. I don't know what we accomplished.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That is the point of this program. Nothing.
Nothing was accomplished. Nothing was learned.
That's right. No hugging, no learning. This is why they're freaking out in Louisiana, the parents, because they're going down to a 4-day school week,
Nice transition.
and the parents are not
Planning
happy at
fights.
all. Huh?
I said they're probably planning fights.
Planning lots of fights.
It's cutting down kids' learning. It's costing more out of parents' pockets for daycare. After-school activities is going to be hard to get to.
It's a nationwide issue with teacher recruitment and employee recruitment. Making sure people are happy on their jobs were some of the factors that led into us considering moving to a 4-day work week.
You know, I don't think they got to get their education like they need to.
Yeah. Louisiana's like 49th out of 50 for education, so this is a great move. See, when you don't have enough teachers in these red states because you've criminalized information, what did you think was going to happen, by the way? This is the find out part of F around and find out. They're like, we don't have enough teachers. Yeah, because they're all quitting. Because they're like, I'm married to a woman, and I'm a woman. I can't teach here anymore. They're like, it's a problem everywhere. No, it's not a problem everywhere. It's a problem in some very specific places. So, gee, what a shock. But it sucks for those parents. They're like, well, now what the hell am I going to do? I work 5 days a week.
Right.
My kids are going to be in school 4. Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Like I'm all for
It's staffing issues.
if
Yeah, I wonder why that
everybody-
is.
If everybody were to go to a 4-day work week, I'd be fine with that, and it matched up. But if it's not going to match up with your kids in your work week, then it's a huge problem.
I want a 5-day
You want a 7-day
week.
work week.
I have a 7-day work week. I can't. I'm not here for the Bill Squire Thursday get down.
Whoa, no, we're taking Mondays off.
Oh, is that what it
we're
is?
doing Fridays.
Oh, okay.
We're not having Mondays.
So much for the Monday Mary monologue that we were talking about.
Yeah, right.
Guys, let me tell you, you could turn all those pre-planned fights in your head into material.
I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about me, Alan.
But they're going unused is my point. You have all this material in your head going unused because you've never once had the fight you've planned for.
But if I do, the day that it comes,
Yeah, that will be a great day for you,
so
won't it?
prepared.
Like if you actually had the fight and it plays out the way it did in your head.
Yeah, but it's only ever.
But that one time will be enough, won't it?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
only ever on things that have happened before.
Understood.
Repeat offenses.
A pattern has formed and you go, I need to prepare for this.
Because
I'd say a
it'll
pattern
happen
if it
2 or
happened
3
twice.
times. Yeah, it'll happen 2 or 3 times, and then I need to prepare for the 4th time.
Yeah, what is the minimum amount of repeats?
Probably 2.
Twice.
Something happens once, whatever it happens.
So it's not like a 3 strikes and you're out. It's fool me once.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on
And
me.
you're going to get fooled again.
I
Right.
will not get fooled the 3rd time because I've prepared a fight for the last 2 weeks.
2 weeks of preparation. Yeah.
I just hate that they're going to waste.
Yeah.
Right? Those people never know how close they were to greatness.
I'm going to tell Keith to steal one of her Red Bulls on purpose just because I want to see this fight.
I got a break. Want to get the last word in? What?
I was just thinking, like, she's like, okay, I'm Keith. I stole your Red Bull.
I don't have it right now. I didn't prepare
my
for it
God.
today.
Oh,
It's an
today she's
in-the-moment thing.
unprepared?
Yeah.
I didn't bring in a Red Bull to be stolen.
All right.
You
Next time I